What is up, you guys? Welcome to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Marissa Linnell, and on this channel we talk about personal development, life lessons, self-care, relationship lessons, femininity, and just all things life, okay? Life is life in the hell out of all of us, and we are doing it together right here, right now on this channel. If you are not new here, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. I truly do appreciate you guys that keep coming back. First and foremost, I want to apologize if I sound a little nasty, a little stuffed up. I have this cold and it will not go away. I've done everything possibly under the sun besides rest, so maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But today I wanted to talk about rediscovering yourself after feeling lost for so long. I wanted to get this video up for you guys today because I feel like it's just been all up in my face, all around me. So I feel like this is the time for me to talk about it. I know the year is coming to an end soon, and I know that a lot of times at the end of the year, people do start to self-reflect, and self-reflecting can lead us a little bit lost, okay? So I have been someone who has been lost before, multiple times in my life, and I always find my way back. I don't know about you guys, but I am a Googler, okay? So one thing's for sure, two things for certain. If something is wrong with me, I am going to Google it. I'm going to Google the hell out of my symptoms because there are just always signs, right, that something is just wrong. Some of my signs were lack of interest in doing anything and everything, which is totally not me. I was extremely irritable, and I'm not an irritable person. I had a change in my appetite, and I just remember feeling extremely fatigued, okay? So all those things led me to do my little research, and I come across me just feeling lost. And hopefully, if you are feeling any of those things, hopefully you yourself as well are just lost and it's not something deeper. And I say hopefully because if it is a matter of you just feeling lost, just know that there are ways to find yourself. There is a way back to you, and hopefully this video helps you. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step in rediscovering yourself is understanding your why. Okay, why have you lost yourself? Understanding the root of the cause is mandatory so we can put motions in place to stop ourselves from falling right back into the same situations, okay? So for me, I had a few whys, and I'll go over a few right now. I was definitely giving too much of myself to others at my own expense and my own suffering. I was feeling stagnant in my job, in my position. I felt like there was no growth where I was. I started to question my purpose in life, and I was just kind of just like drifting along, not really knowing where I was headed. And ultimately, all of that literally led me to being overwhelmed, okay? Because I was stagnant in my job, because I felt like I had no purpose, I was placing so many things on my plate in hopes that it would give me a sense of purpose, right? Which ultimately led to feeling overwhelmed, and then it became a situation to where I had so much to do and just not enough time. But there are so many different reasons as to why, right? There are breakups, there are constantly talking down to yourself moments, there are times where we place so much value on what other people think or what they think of you. The important part here is just doing a deep mental dive to understanding your why so we can do the work on the how. Now, let's talk about the how. Okay, so I said I would tell you guys how I rediscovered myself, and this is really step one. That was like a pre-step, but this is really step one. There's 5 steps in how to rediscover yourself. The fact that you are even here watching this video means the hard part is done. You have recognized that maybe you are in fact lost. So the first thing I did when I realized that I was actually lost is I looked in the mirror and asked myself, who did I see? Who was I? My answer at the time was I was just a girl. Not that that was wrong, I am a girl, but at that time that was all that I could really come up with. That's when I know I was in trouble. So once you do that, make a list of all the things that you are in this very moment. Whether those things make you happy or not, write them all down. Are you a mother? Are you a wife? Are you a father? Are you a girlfriend? Are you a boyfriend? Are you overweight? Are you underweight? What do you look like in your clothes right now? Are you frumpy looking in your clothes right now? How do you feel? Step 2 and next is thinking of a time where you were truly just happy. A time, a moment in your life that you were truly just happy. For me, when I did this exercise, my happy moment was I was 21 and I was just freshly moved out of my parents' house into a new city and my own space, and I was literally at the point in my life where I could do what I want and be who I want. Now, yours may be a little bit different. You can be, it doesn't matter the age really. You can be 16, you can be 10, if you can go back that far, I don't know. But whatever the case is, just take a moment in your life and figure out when you were really, really just happy. Now, take yourself back to that moment and write down everything in that moment that made you happy. Why were you happy? For me, it was things like I was happy to have my own space, make my own rules, no curfew. I was happy being with my friends, making new friends. I was thin. I was happy dating this boy, that boy, those boys, dating, not sleeping with, two very different things. I was happy with my fashion, well rested. I was a Pinterest guru. I was Pinteresting everything in my life. All of those things made me happy. Now, you may look at my list and be like, oh, those things are pretty like surface. You're right. They absolutely were. Absolutely, they were surface. I was 21 and I had no responsibilities and care in the world. The point is, those things that made me happy. I was happy living a surface life. So write down anything that made you happy. Okay, so the next step, step 3, now looking at your list that you just created, of any of those things that you just wrote down, I want you to check mark the ones that you would still like to do today. And we're gonna move those things to a new list. Yep, we're working off a new list. Yeah, list number 3. I know it's a lot of lists, but we have to list our life to make it make sense. So you're gonna move any of those things that you still would want to do today, this moment, in this moment of your life. We're gonna move those things to list 3. We're gonna call this list your wish list, okay? For me, that was pretty much everything on my list, to be honest. I moved all those things over to my wish list. I realized I miss doing all these things because over the years, I really stopped doing them. I've given up on myself just to become an employee or a girlfriend. The problem was I stopped placing all the values on the things that I needed and things that I wanted to do. You have to make time for yourself. So use your list 3 as a starting point, okay? Baby steps to finding yourself again. So for instance, I stopped limiting myself to this invisible curfew that I gave myself. There was like a concert that I wanted to go to, but the concert didn't start till 9 o'clock. I was like, oh no, I can't go to a concert at 9 o'clock at night. I have to be in bed by 10 o'clock so I can get up and be that star employee and do X, Y, and Z, right? I had to stop doing that. I had no curfew. Okay, there was no point where I actually had to be home, had to be in bed. It was just, that was something that I told myself and I don't even know where that came from. I stopped doing that and I started doing things that I wanted to do. I started taking rest days because I was so rested, right? In my early years when I was 21, I was so rested. I started taking my rest days and taking days off when I was starting to feel overwhelmed. I started Pinteresting again and Pinteresting my fashion stuff and Pinteresting my recipes. You know, just little things and positive changes to make me feel like the old me again. Okay, now looking at your past is kind of just like a starting point to help you feel better and to help you feel like you're in control again. Finding yourself isn't about going back to the old you. It's more so about thinking about who you want to be in the future. A huge reason for people losing themselves is a lack of purpose, okay? We all spend so much time being this, that, or the other to everyone else, and we start to neglect us. So here in step 4, we want to picture ourselves in 5 years, okay? Who is that person? What do you look like? What does your hair look like? What clothes are you rocking? Who are your friends? What do they do? What does a day in your life look like? How do you spend your days? We definitely want to dream big, but we want to be realistic. Y'all know how I feel about living in a reality. I want you guys to be realistic, but definitely dream big. Okay, this is you in 5 years. What do you want to see for yourself in 5 years? So mine will look something like, if I look in the mirror, I love who I see. I love the body that I'm in. My hair is long and healthy. My clothes are trendy and chic. I have an amazing small group of friends. We get together for lunch and brunch and dinners often. My days are spent at home working and turning our house into a home. I help and motivate women all around the world. I can go on and on and on and on. I mean, it's 5 years and I can go on and on, right? So now that you have the destination, right? You have your 5 years. So now that you have the destination, all you have to do is start your journey. So start doing more of the things that you love, more of the things that make you happy from list 3, okay? Start doing those things again. Surround yourself with positive people, online and offline. I stress about online positivity so much because it is just so in our face. And offline is obviously just as important. So if you are the most positive person in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you are the most positive person on your timeline, on your Insta timeline, on your TikTok timeline, if you're the most positive person, you have a wrong timeline. The algorithm is completely off. You're following the wrong people. You're engaging in the wrong stuff. Try new things, hobbies, traveling, get organized. Today we did 3 lists, so clearly everything makes sense with the list. Make a daily list if you have to. Get organized. Look after your body. You only have one, so take care of it. Treat it well. Set mini goals. You can do daily goals, you can do weekly goals, whatever it is, set those goals. If nothing else, make sure you are living in the moment. I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes I get to the end of the day and I have no idea where the day has went. I feel like we spend so much time on autopilot and we're just moseling along down the day and not really paying attention to anything. So make sure you are present where you are, where you stand, the things that you're doing, whether that's cooking, cleaning, reading. Make sure you are in the present. Enjoy the process. All of it is a part of life. The most important takeaway from this video is remember that this is your life. You are the only person that can change it. You only get one. So take care of it. Pay attention to it. And that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope this video helps at least one person out there. If you are feeling lost, just know that you are not the only person. You are not the first person, and you definitely will not be the last. We do have to do the work to get ourselves back on track and to finding ourselves. Just know that you can do it. It is very possible. Well, I've done it numerous of times. I hope this video does help you. If it does, please make sure you sound off below. This type of content that you do like, please make sure you are liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. I truly do appreciate you guys. And until next time, bye.